And okay, so good evening, everyone. Just to introduce myself here, I'm Lindsay Horowitz, the post-secondary transition specialist with Minnesota Department of Education and the statewide project search coordinator. And I am fortunate enough to be here tonight with all of our colleagues here. And I think I'll just call out the instructors, and then you have a face with the site that we're going to be talking about tonight. So we have Annie from Hennepin Healthcare.
Hi, I'm Annalie Francisco Annie.
We have Sarah Olson from Embassy Suites.
Hello, welcome.
And Ann Johnson from Children's Minnesota.
Welcome, everybody.
So just a little bit of our agenda tonight. We're going to go over the history, the overview of Project Search, how Project Search runs with our collaboration and partnerships, application process. But I think before we go to the application process, we're going to do site presentations. So you know all of the sites that you get to apply to, if you would like. Okay, so first we're going to talk about what is Project Search.
Do we
as we
want to
see-
have Aida and Sudhi maybe just survey the room, and if there are any non-native English speakers?
So if we have any families here who are needing Spanish interpretation,
Jason, I did check already. I don't see any Somali families or students.
Thank you,
Okay.
Sudhi.
and then Aida.
How will I know if there are Spanish families here? Am I just looking at the names? Is that how we're determining?
No, I would just introduce yourself and what we had talked about, what we have available, and just to survey if we do have any families who will need that moving forward.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Aida, soy intérprete de español. Si hay familias que necesitan español, por favor avisan. O si no, van a grabar esto y habrá otra oportunidad más adelante que se puede hacer con el intérprete. Muchas gracias.
Okay,
Aida, did anybody respond?
Nobody responded.
Okay.
okay.
no.
So then, Jason, I'll leave it up to you, but I feel like our interpreters are okay to go, and we will still be recording. And then that way this will create opportunities for our families who may need Somali or Spanish interpretation.
That sounds great to me.
Okay, thank you both for being here tonight, and you are free to go.
I am a school social worker, so I think I'll stay.
Oh, okay, forgive me.
It's okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, so what is Project Search? Project Search is an evidence-based one-year internship program for our students with intellectual and developmental cognitive disabilities, ages 18 through 21, in their last year of high school eligibility. So meaning they could be 18 and still in that last year, or they could be 19, 20, or 21 and still in that last year. That is a determination done through the IEP team. So next we wanted to talk about the history of Project Search, and what better way to do it than a video. We're just going to watch a little, about 2 minutes or so of this video, talking from the co-founders of Project Search of what the history is.
My hours are 7:30 to 4:15 every day. Inside one of Cincinnati's top banks, you'll find new employee Edie Ballman crunching numbers. However, Edie's journey to getting hired at Fifth Third Bank's central file room is different than most. She has a disability, autism, but that didn't stop her from pursuing her goal of getting a full-time job after high school.
I've been using good organizational skills, being part of a team, and giving good eye contact.
Edie joins a growing list of graduates from a program that started at Cincinnati Children's called Project Search, the brainchild of Aaron Riley.
I was the nursing director of the emergency department here at Cincinnati Children's, and I happened to look out in the lobby and was struck by the fact that many of the people coming to us as patients were people with disabilities. And yet, when I checked behind the scenes, there weren't many opportunities for these young people to grow up and continue to be involved in children's as employees.
Aaron partnered with Susie Rakowski at Cincinnati Children's, and together they came up with the Project Search curriculum. It focuses on young people with disabilities between the ages of 18 to 22. In their final year of high school, those students leave the classroom and move to Cincinnati Children's or another host business to intern for the entire school year.
Many of the young people have had low expectations for them from family members, from schools, and we have to change that in a very short period of time. And so we're looking at things like grooming and hygiene, communication, problem-solving skills, independence in time management.
Project Search is an intensive 9-month course for a group of 10 to 12 students that involves a combination of classes, skill assessments, skills training, and evaluations from a team including the instructor, managers, and skills trainers. Each day begins and ends with an instructor keeping them on track.
We would do a lot of reflection in Project Search every day. At the end of the day, we come back and I'll ask them, what did you learn about yourself today? What can you take from today and improve tomorrow? Because I feel like that's so important.
Today, Project Search is beyond the walls of Cincinnati Children's and has expanded to more than 500 programs across the U.S. and the world.
Our overall employment rate among all of our programs is 75.5%. And that makes us one of the best, if not the best, transition program in the United States.
So just a little bit to show you what the history is, knowing that it's an international, amazing program for individuals with disabilities. And obviously we heard from the co-founders what the outcomes are. And we'll talk a little bit further of what our outcomes are in Minnesota, knowing that it does have really high outcomes. So next we want to go into our program overview. So, oopsie, I forgot to change. Okay, so our goal of this program is for interns to gain competitive integrated employment, and that should say within 9 months of completion of their internship experience. And that goal doesn't just happen on its own. That's where we partner together, and we'll get into some of our collaborative partners as we move on. So Project Search, like we said, the goal is to gain competitive integrated employment. And just to define what Project Search's definition of competitive integrated employment is that it's at least 16 hours per week, earning minimum wage or above, non-seasonal, so not like over the holidays or summer, and then in an integrated setting. So they're among coworkers with and without disabilities. And the structure of the internship program is it is that 9-month program, completely immersed in the host business, where each intern is totally in that work setting with their own set of work expectations. So that total immersion really facilitates that acquisition of employability and marketable work skills. And all of the student interns rotate work experiences every 10 weeks. So they have a total of 3 rotations. As we know, we are also adaptable based on different challenges that we've come across, such as a pandemic. So sometimes those internship timeframes have been flexible. And then each rotation is followed by a week of classroom time, focusing on those employability skills. So then we also wanted to identify, we all know transportation is a huge need of the program, but there's different transportation options based on your program. So most Project Search interns get to and from their host business by a bus through their home district. Other options include that public transportation, the host district where the Project Search site is. You can carpool with a parent or a family member. And some of our interns do drive themselves. And if your intern is accepted to the Project Search site, you can discuss other transportation options that work best for you. I do want to say from the Project Search model, they do encourage as independent as possible. So if they are able to use public transit, that is the preferred mode. Then getting into some of that program staff who supports the Project Search site. So at the host business, so here we have Children's Minnesota, Hennepin Healthcare, and Embassy Suites. There is one licensed special ed teacher, also licensed work-based learning teacher that's provided by the host district. One skills trainer for sure, depending on the number of interns, they would potentially have 2. There is a staff to student ratio to ensure that there's the proper amount of skills trainers paired with a licensed work coordinator, special ed teacher. Then the school staff are on the job mentors. And then there's the steering committee. So that steering committee consists of all of our collaborative partners and the business, and that steering committee are the people who oversee the direction and implementation of the program. So then, like I said before, nationally or internationally, Project Search has extremely high outcomes. Our Minnesota outcomes have also been really historically high. We were at roughly 80%. We did drop a little due to the pandemic, but just a little historical. So Project Search started here in Minnesota in 2009, and our first site was at Medtronic. Roughly 256 students have completed the internship program to date. And then we're currently at about a 75% outcome in terms of interns who've completed the program, obtaining competitive integrated employment. So we have 9 sites here in Minnesota with the opportunity to expand. Tonight we'll go over Children's Minnesota, Hennepin Healthcare, and Embassy Suites at the airport. But we also have Medtronic, a site in Southwest Minnesota at Avera Hospital, a site in Wyoming at Fairview Lakes Medical Center, the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, state of Minnesota here in the Twin Cities, and then Gillette Children's Specialty Healthcare in downtown St. Paul. So Project Search has a structured curriculum. So they have that employment skills curriculum that is used or infused throughout the school year. And those students will work on those employability skills for approximately an hour of their day. So whether that be in the morning a little as well as at night, as they wrap up their day at the end, not at night, before they go home. And then those classroom activities are designed around the following areas that you see here. So team building, self-advocacy, technology, maintaining employment, workplace safety, health and wellness, financial literacy, and preparing for employment. So then we also just wanted to share with you so you could kind of see, here's a typical Project Search calendar, and a Project Search calendar mirrors what a host school district. So it's going to mirror the Minneapolis School District. It's going to mirror the Bloomington School District. So beginning in September is when you begin the program and ending in June when the student would graduate. So that first internship rotation is going to have a mid-rotation meeting, and an exit meeting. And it's going to be the same for each rotation. So first, second, and third. Next, we want to get into our collaboration and partnerships. We can't do Project Search with all of the people in this circle combined. So We have our parents, guardians, and interns, the school district, vocational rehabilitation, and then through vocational rehabilitation, we have community service providers who are contracted through VR. Then we have county and Minnesota Department of Education and the host business. And so it's in kind of that circle because we all collectively are doing this together. There's no one person does more. This wraparound model is one of the reasons our outcomes are so high, coming together so that our interns are able to gain that competitive integrated employment. We all play a role in that. And I feel like too, I want to highlight one of the things that is really important coming to Project Search. The goal of the program, like we said, is to gain that competitive integrated employment. And if that's something you're on the fence about, no problem, but the goal really is for that employment. So we do want to stress that if you want your intern or your student, or you want to gain competitive integrated employment, this is the program for you to apply to. So then breaking down our partners. So we have our host school district. And so the host school district is going to provide, like we said before, that special education instructor and skills trainers, depending on the number of interns. Then the host business is going to provide that classroom space, arranging for internship rotations within the business, and then ensuring that staff are engaged as mentors to the interns. They really are our champions in the host business. And we have some good ones. Then I will turn this over to my colleague, Anna, to talk a little bit about our partnerships. Excuse me, Elisa, excuse me.
That's okay. I'm Elisa. I am a vocational rehabilitation services counselor. I currently am the counselor for Hennepin Healthcare. But one of the really great things about partnering with Project Search and us is that you really do get that whole rounded piece with the education and your internship and then your employment opportunities. So where we really come in is we really are that employment piece. So we are the ones that are going to be helping you, with looking for employment. What does that look like? How do I look for a job? How do I apply for a job? What does a resume look like? And all those pieces really needed in order to find employment. So we're going to work in conjunction with Annie and the other teachers and really have that whole rounded, education in regards to employment. And like Lindsay had said previously, we are the people who contract with the community resource partners. So for example, Hennepin Healthcare works with RISE. RISE is going to come in and be the ones that are going to be, maybe doing a class on what a resume looks like and how to do that. Maybe doing a class on an application and what a possible application could look like. What is the information you're going to need to have on hand in order to fill out a full application, things like that. And then we'll really ramp up when we get closer to the end of the internships and doing job placement services. And that's really that intensive job search, applying for applications, looking for those job leads, really getting, the person's name out there and resume out in the world so that they can find those jobs. And with their skills that they've learned through the internship, through the classes, through everything, it is a really great partnership to be able to help ensure that your students are really getting, the possibility to reach their job goal and what that could possibly look like and the potential for all of that. I hope that's everything.
Thank you, Elisa. That's perfect. Okay. And then we'll pass it over to our colleague, Amber.
Hi, I'm Amber. I'm a Hennepin County social worker. I work with transition age youth, and I'm in the committee at Children's Minneapolis Hospital. The role of the county, we work closely with the school and BRS and really focus on what comes next after you graduate and you have that job. So for many people in Project Search, that means a job coach and transportation, whether it's Metro Mobility or a bus card. And then further down the line, if you decide you want to find a new job or make a change, then we would switch it to employment development support. So we do a handoff with VRS where the county takes over funding for long-term support when you're done with school. So yeah, welcome. I'm glad that you guys are here.
Thank you, Amber. And then we also want to highlight parents and guardians. You play a very important role. Parents are a part of the team in helping to acquire that employment because that is the goal of Project Search, and we need your support. We expect that you have high expectations of your intern. You will have an opportunity to participate in employability meetings. Everyone works together in looking for that competitive integrated employment for the Project Search graduate. So it really is a team approach. So next we are going to hear from our interns who sell it best.
Sorry, could you guys not hear that?
No, I wonder if you just unshare and reshare and make sure the sound is checked.
May have been because I was muted. Let's try one more time.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Kate.
Hey, I see you're hard at work. Could I ask you a question?
Yes.
What is your favorite part about Project Search?
Project Search is having me be more independent.
Independent, excellent.
I am able to try 3 different jobs. I like learning new skills and be able to practice them on the job.
Wow, Michael, thank you for those comments. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Why do I like Project Search? Because the hotel staff is so nice here. And they are very welcoming to my rotations.
Wonderful. Do you want to say your name?
Abigail Marie Swenson.
Thank you so much, Abby.
Hi, my name is Terrell Brady, and my favorite thing about Project Search is we all come early and we all work together because it's a better place to work, and I'm hoping to get a job in the near future. Bye.
My name is Jacqueline Shavon Rogers. I'm a Project Search intern here in County Healthcare. I say.
So Jacqueline, what's one thing that's different here than at school?
Here, I take a Metro Mobility bus and eat lunch with my coworkers in the cafeteria.
Awesome. Thank you, Jacqueline.
I'm Shane, and I work at Embassy Suites, Project Search. The difference between Project Search and the Transition Center is that you're more in a work environment compared to a school environment.
Hi, Aaliyah.
Hi, Kate. Welcome to my office.
Oh, cool. Hey, I've got a question for you. What is the difference between a Project Search and a transition program?
Project search is work. Transition program is school.
Haha, big difference.
Project search is hands-on learning and an honest host business. At Project Search, we balance work and friends. Transition schools, you are able to see your friends. You need to apply for this awesome program.
Hello, I'm Rayshawn. I work at Embassy Suites. Advice that I would give for interns is try your best. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you have any problems or concerns, you can talk to your managers or supervisors. Try to take initiative and don't be intimidated to try new things.
Hi, Phoenix.
Hi.
Hey, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you have any advice for future project search interns?
Be open to learn.
Nice.
Be professional, creative.
I like it.
Be on time for work.
Wow. Good advice for anyone. Thanks, Phoenix.
You're welcome. It's awesome. Hi, my name is Jose. We go through the past, and my advice is to, if you guys need help, tell your coworkers, be on time and use initiative.
Thank you, Jose.
So now we'll just get into talking about different states. So Children's Minnesota.
Yes. Okay, and you close the door, honey. My little niece singing to SpongeBob. Okay, hi, I'm Ann Johnson, and is Kate. I want to introduce Kate Sweet to my skills trainer.
Hello.
Thank you. And I think Umi is not here, but it's Kate, Umi, and I. We make up this awesome team at Children's Minnesota. We have been at Children's Minnesota. This is our 11th year. And I had the opportunity 11, 12 years ago to visit Cincinnati Children's and meet Aaron and meet Susie. And actually some of those interns are the workers that you saw in the video. I got an opportunity to meet them. And just seriously, Project Search is one of the best transition programs for young adults with disabilities. It's been my probably top years of teaching because we do see transformation and all those wonderful things that the interns were talking about. We have had 73 graduates. Children's Minnesota core values, obviously, kids first. Own your outcomes, be remarkable, listen, really listen, and join together, which we instill in our Project Search interns as well. Okay, Kate, if you want to talk about our rotations.
Sure. Supply chain, one of my favorites. A lot falls under the supply chain umbrella. You've got the mail room, you've got stocking clean supply rooms. We had the warehouse, the children's warehouse needed help on quite a few different projects this year. So we were able to get another internship, helping out supply chain, packaging, labeling, shipping, going down to the dock, picking the stuff up. There's a lot there. Nutrition services, always a good one. The dish room, working up in the Stars Cafe, wiping tables, cutting and packaging desserts. You've got environmental services, which is housekeeping, and lots of housekeeping, experience, windows, vacuuming. And with that one, we always say, hey, you're one of the first people that families meet when they're coming into this hospital. Because our interns typically are working right by the welcome desks and right there. And, you know, they're coming in and they're stressed. And to see a friendly face is super important. Infant care center, cleaning bedside carts, which, wow, sounds pretty easy, but we've got a detailed checklist. You have to clean it and then restock it. And same with neonatal intensive care. We also help with their bedside carts. And that one, you're right up in the unit, always with the staff, but we do get to go into a baby's room and grab a cart and put a clean one in and bring it and give it the business, give it the treatment, and it comes back sparkling. Respiratory therapy, oh my goodness, they have been really busy, as you can imagine, and they have needed so many things packaged individually, little, I don't even know what they are, but there's some components that you have to put together accurately, package them up and with a heat sealer. And there is a lot of communicating with that department, picking up and delivering. And that's been a big one this year. Medical surgical units, that's 4 different floors, stocking isolation gowns and gloves. And that has been really busy. The nurses are required to put on a new gown every time they go in a patient room. So they blow through those gowns like none other. Did I miss any?
Nope, that's good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kate.
I did miss the mail room.
Again, we are, oh, mail, I knew that was coming, so.
Okay.
Yep, mail and copy center. Yep, that's a huge one. That's an awesome one. But like Kate was saying, we are immersed in all the departments. We do have a strong partnership with VRS. Some of the graduates have gone on to paid competitive employment. In fact, we just did a count. We looked at our pictures. Do you remember, Kate, how many offhand?
Hired at Children's?
Well, there are, yep, 6 hired at Children's, yes. But in the community.
There was too many to list. We started listing.
Right. But just some of these are the places where graduates are working and successfully. And again, it's with that partnership with VRS, Hennepin County, and then our community rehabilitation providers that provide the ongoing training and support. Okay. Thank you, Annie. This is our interns in action video.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute again. Awesome. Oops. Here we go. So now Embassy Suites, Minneapolis Airport.
Hello, welcome. I'm Sarah Olson and I'm the project search instructor out at Embassy Suites, Minneapolis Airport. Robin Bloom, our Bloomington Public Schools Special Education Supervisor, is also on here, and she supports us out at Minneapolis Airport, Embassy Suites. Unfortunately, some of our other leadership team, steering committee members were not able to make it, but we've got an awesome team that really supports our interns. We are located over in Bloomington. We're over by both airports, the Lindbergh and Hubert Humphrey. In addition to Fort Snelling Cemetery over there, we've got a great classroom on the 8th floor, a conference room. And I really thought it would be more of a distraction than it has been for our interns with all the planes taking off and landing, but it's worked out really great. We are in our 3rd year of partnership out there. We've had 9 graduates so far. If we add the 5 from this year, we'll be up to 14. So really proud of that. Are the core values of Hilton Embassy Suites, integrity that they really instill in their employees, leadership, teamwork, and ownership. Again, like Anne mentioned and Lindsay mentioned earlier, the interns are really immersed in their departments. And we, as well as the other sites, we have a strong connection with VRS and LifeWorks, our community provider. And many of our interns as well have gone on to paid competitive employment. We have had 2 so far out of the 3 years employed out at the hotel. We've had 1 that's been seasonal that worked over us last summer. And then we have 1 that is employed full-time out at Embassy Suites. Other interns have been hired at the following companies listed there. Starkey, they make hearing aids. Lunds and Byerly's, Cub Foods, Fresh Time, Bed Bath & Beyond, GameStop, and Speedway convenience store. We've got a number of rotations. Those have kind of fluctuated with the pandemic, but the front desk position, a possibility, lots of clerical tasks there. And also there is a gift shop that requires stocking. Interns have really enjoyed that. Engineering, we've had people doing painting around the hotel. They have been doing pre-maintenance checks to see that everything is operating within guest rooms. There's also been work with the pool out there, the swimming pool, checking chemicals, those sort of types of tasks. The housekeeping department has a number of positions in the laundry, collecting garbage and linen from hallways that have come out of guest rooms, room attendant position, where as this intern is demonstrating right here, going through cleaning and doing all those detailed steps to keep guest rooms clean out at the hotel. I mentioned laundry. The sales office, we had 1 intern do that our first year. And again, that entailed a lot of clerical related type tasks. And food and beverage, there is Woolies Restaurant located out at Embassy Suites. And as we progress through the pandemic here, more and more hours are being added and many tasks within the kitchen area, cleaning, bussing tables, wiping down tables, mopping, all of those related tasks along with the restaurant. Oh, and it's our interns in action video. Enjoy. Thank you, Annie.
So guys, today I'm going to be responding to your question, benefit of being a permanent staff or an agency worker as a UK healthcare assistant. Today I'm going to share with you guys their salary, their pay slip.
I think it went into the next video. So
thank you, Annie. Yes, we look forward to interviewing new applicants and seeing some new faces. This has been a great group this year.
you could see that, Sarah, in the group pictures that came out in the Interns in Action. So that's wonderful.
Okay, guys. Hi, back on track. So I'm Annie, and I work at Hennepin Healthcare, and with quite a few people who are here on with us. So Matthew, I know, is here, our business liaison. Jess is here. Thanks everybody for being here. Elisa, Holly. So we're located downtown, HCMC. Our mission of the hospital is that we partner with our community, our patients and families to ensure outstanding care for everyone, and we're here for life. So Hennepin Healthcare has been very busy in the last year, and it's just been a wonderful place to work and to learn and to help these students also learn. I agree with Anne and with Sarah that just watching the maturity and the growth and the confidence of the students is my favorite thing about working with Project Search. So the Project Search program and Hennepin Healthcare have been business partners for 7 years and graduated 64 interns. So this is my 4th year working at the hospital, and Eric started the program 7 years ago now. So our rotations over the last couple of years have fluctuated. We still have a lot of different things that we're doing out at the hospital. There's been a lot of changes though to the hospital community over the last couple of years. So it's been really amazing to watch our departments just always showing up for our students and making sure that we have a place and that we're supported on the job. So it's been wonderful. We work in food service. We work in the main kitchen on a big industrial dishwasher. Students do truck some of the meals up to patient floors. They do a lot of meal prep. They do filling orders, cleaning galleys on patient floors. The equipment room, where our students deliver equipment, clean equipment, make sure batteries to different medical equipment are charged, making sure everything's sanitized and delivering up to patient floors. We work in environmental services, which EVS is a huge job down at Hennepin Healthcare, making sure that everything is clean, sanitized. Yeah, and we also work in the mail room. So delivering and sorting mail throughout all of the different buildings. It's a huge campus. So it's a huge job to learn to navigate all the buildings. Most of the students by the end of the year know how to do that better than I do. They are extremely independent in learning the different areas of the hospital. It's very impressive. Central processing is another place that we work. CPD, it's kind of the area where a lot of medical equipment is sterilized and packaged and sealed. So yeah, I think we kind of named some of the tasks, but there's a lot of sorting, organizational tasks, cleaning, food prep, delivering, whether it be equipment or mail to patient floors. So yeah, it's very busy work. Students are, very independent, but also very supported. So it's fun to watch their confidence grow as the year goes on. Matthew, did I miss anything, or did you want to add anything about the rotations?
No, I think you got it well covered, Annie. Nice job.
Okay, thanks. So our employment team, Holly and Elisa, they're our employment ladies. They're fantastic. They help us, especially as we get into the spring here, to find, good fitting jobs for our interns, jobs that they're interested in, that, hopefully can be a start to their path as young people and finding, what type of employment is fulfilling for them. They've done a lot of work with them around their resumes, around applications, around just the process of finding jobs, and also just kind of looking at what their interests are. So it's awesome to work with them, VRS and RISE. So 5 of our students actually work, student interns have gone on to work at Hennepin Healthcare. One of our interns is now the main trainer in the CPD and the central processing. So he is actually the one who really kind of trains the new interns in on some of their tasks, which is really fun to watch. Other graduates work a lot of different places, just to name a few: Lunds and Byerly's, Walmart, Target, a lot of stocking jobs and things like that. YWCA, after school programming. A lot of our students are really interested in working with younger people, which is awesome. Seward Co-op, adhesive label and warehouse jobs, Maria's Restaurant, and That's just to name a few. Okay, and here's our interns in action. So I won't take you guys onto YouTube here. I'll just leave you. Hopefully, there we go.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so that kind of walks you through some of the tasks that we do out at the hospital. Oops, let me get past this one. And then if we want to talk, Lindsay, maybe a little bit more about the application process.
Absolutely. Wow. My cheeks hurt from seeing all the intern in action videos because I didn't actually get to see them all yet. As we know, our interns really drive this program, and they really truly do come in, as many said. You can truly see that progression. The interns speak for itself. Project Search is an amazing program. And so we identify that it's 6:31, and we also want to make sure you have a way to apply. So if you wish to apply for the program, you and your parent or guardian would complete the application for Project Search. The electronic application link is on here. We'll send this out as well. I don't know if anybody is able to drop it in the chat, the link for it. Otherwise, we can just send out the link when we send the PowerPoint with the recording. Okay. And then you would complete that digital application or paper if you're not able to complete that digital application. And the application would need to be completed by March 29th. From there, we will then go to that selection process. So the applications are completed by March 29th. The selection committee would review the application and we would determine who we are welcoming in for an interview. Then the interview and skills assessment would occur, and we will provide more information to come on that regarding what that looks like. From there, that interview and assessment process is really kind of a assessment to learn that physical and cognitive ability. And would they be a fit for the 3 programs here today? Then finally, the selection committee would choose which applicants would receive offers from their host business. And we also want to identify and share with you that all of the applicants are reviewed based on scoring rubrics that are put out through Project Search. So it's a systematic process and fair process for all. All right. Does anybody have any questions for us? I think we've been kind of keeping an eye on the chat. I think we'll keep recording if you guys have any questions so that those review this may have be able to see the questions.
I don't have a question, but it looks like a wonderful program. So happy you guys are all working hard on this and are able to offer this.
Thanks, Sarah. Spread the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if there's anybody that wasn't able to be here that you know of that may be interested in the program, we wanted to make sure that we did record it. So it'll be available for anyone who may need the information.
Oh, all right. Well, with that, I will say thank you for coming, and I'm going to stop recording. And as always, like Annie said, reach out if you have any further questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.